If only we could go
1997.
back in time and tell them how to fix it. Oh, wait, you know what? There's another person who likes to go back in time, Raul. That's
Hey!
our next topic here, Booster Gold. So James Gunn announces this character called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of the comic book's popular cult heroes. He's a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. That sounds hilarious, Raul. That's so funny, man. I think I like the idea of this guy meeting Batman and being like, "Oh my God, it's Batman! Oh, I'm such a big fan! Like, you don't even know, man. Like in the future, like Batman Beyond is here, and you're the OG, you know." That could totally bring us to Batman Beyond. I just realized, how did that connection just kind of hit me? He might know Batman. Oh, that's
That'd
cool.
be dope. That'd be dope.
And then that'll connect us to a Batman Beyond movie that he'll come back in time and save Batman, and then I don't know, we'll go from there. That doesn't connect to all the worldly problems that are happening. This is just me hoping that we get to see Batman Beyond someday. But Raul,
I'd love to see Batman Beyond at some point. Yeah,
me too. How does this all make you feel? Like, what do you think about this Booster Gold thing?
this sounds fun. Yeah, this sounds really fun. Is it okay? So this is gonna be a series.
This is gonna be a series,
HBO
HBO
Max.
Max series.
This sounds fun. This sounds like a little bit more of a lighthearted kind of fare. You know,
Yeah.
what I really like about this is that this does seem very well balanced. You know, as far as like the different tones you can imagine having here, you know, from creature commandos to something more serious like Superman and Lanterns to the Authority, which I don't know, might be a little bit more of a James Gunn kind of lighthearted feel to it, to Brave and the Bold, you know, which would probably be darker, to Booster Gold, which, you know, I'm assuming this premise sounds like, you know, it could be a fun romp.
James Gunn is definitely learning from Kevin Feige, in my opinion. Like he's learned a lot, and he understands that you have to do different styles and different genres for each movie in order to keep people's interest. And it makes sense. I think it's really cool. Heck, Star Wars does it all the time now. Like they're starting to base off their movies off of other movies, which is what George Lucas used to do when he first started the original trilogy. But now here's this thing doing it the same way. I mean, again, the police detective stuff, but then Booster Gold's a time travel movie. That sounds awesome. Now, who could play Booster Gold, Raul? I had written down jokingly, I would assume, is Chris Pratt, because James Gunn is really close friends with him, and he's talked about bringing back Marvel actors to DC.
A lot of people are fine with it. A lot of people are really upset about that. It's like,
would you want to see Chris Pratt as Booster Gold, Raul?
Look, I do think, I will say, if James Gunn decides to bring, you know, his other actor friends over, you know, who have, you know, his Marvel actor friends in and have them play some of these characters, I do think Booster Gold is the type of character that Chris Pratt could settle pretty well into.
But now the question is, how old is Chris Pratt now?
That's a good question.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Is he pushing 40?
I think he might be pushing 40. Are we Googling it? Let's just Google it.
I'm Googling it. 43. He's
43. So the man would be in his 50s by the time the first 8 years is done.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we could see Chris Pratt accepting this role just because of that factor. Then again, we do have an older Batman. I don't know. I mean, this Batman has a son now, so there's possibilities. But I think they're going for more of a comedic, younger age for this.
Sure.
And my second option, other than Chris Pratt, was Austin Butler.
Yeah, Austin Butler, that comedian.
The comedian
He's
that
so
everybody
full
loves.
Of yucks, that guy. That guy's so comical.
Well, I will say this. He was in a lot of Disney Channel comedies. So he does. Well, I know that maybe that doesn't mean much anymore, but he's got acting chops at least.
Ball full of laughs, that Austin Butler.
He's got comedic chops, you know. But that being said, if you look at the cast or just actors that are available in this pool right now, there's not that many actors that I feel like could fit this role right now. Maybe there is, and I'm just not thinking about it, but maybe it would have to be a comedian.
Or just somebody completely unknown. I mean, there's no way. I mean, we can only speculate. I will say, yeah, if Chris Pratt were a little younger or whatever, and he James Gunn I feel like this would be something like maybe 10 years ago. If they were making this movie 10 years ago, I can easily see Chris Pratt being this character.
Totally.
Easily.
Yeah, so
it would have been 10 years ago, it would have been between this or Star-Lord.
Oh, yeah. I think he would have ended up choosing Star-Lord because of how big it is now, but
right.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we wouldn't have known yet.